Welcome to the magical world of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the biggest British disaster since Brexit, where bad project management and a micromanagement obsession turn a simple evil plan into a total wizarding fiasco. Meet Harry Potter, an 11-year-old thrust into a high-stakes project with zero training and a big Warner Brothers budget. Meanwhile, Voldemort, the ultimate control freak, can't stop looking over Quirrell's shoulder. Quirrell's trying to steal the Sorcerer's Stone, but Voldemort's sending 3 a.m. owls with urgent revisions. Harry, Ron, and Hermione form the scrappiest task force in Hogwarts, dodging Voldemort's endless scope creep and Quirrell's poorly delegated henchmen. The Dark Lord's Gantt chart is a mess, and his sprint reviews are pure chaos. Will Voldemort's micromanaging doom his comeback, or will Harry's team pull off a miracle despite no clear deliverables? Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where bad management meets magical mayhem.
Oh, hi, Mark. So why specifically project management and leadership?
Because that's what the book is about.
Why is the book about that?
It's a made-up tale.
7 sacred lessons from the School of Hard Knocks.
This one was invented by a writer.
I learned the hard way. Actually, it was a good learning experience.
It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
It's the Hard Knock University podcast, where real talk meets real lessons, and we all graduate with honors in the School of Life.
Wretched, isn't it?
Calling all musicians and industry pros. Do you want to turn your hard knocks into breakthroughs? Well, season 2 of the Hard Knock University podcast is proud to be sponsored by SMG Academy, the ultimate music industry mentorship platform founded by 20-year veteran Mark Sebi. SMG Academy delivers real-world training from touring strategies to publishing secrets straight from the trenches of the Texas music scene. Whether you're an artist, a manager, a songwriter, it doesn't matter. SMG's courses and community will fast-track your success. Are you ready to level up? Visit smgacademy.online and use code HKU2025 for 15% off of your enrollment. SMG Academy, where hustle meets harmony.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Mark Caples, joined in the studio with my brother, our faithful producer, Seth Caples. And from Philadelphia, we've got repeat offender John Buonadonna joining. And we're here to talk about Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone. I gotta tell you guys, it's not my favorite movie. It came out November 16th, 2001. It became a critical and commercial success, grossing over $974 million worldwide during its initial run. The movie marked the beginning of one of the most successful film franchises in history, leading to 7 sequels, even though there's only 7 books total. They split that last book into 2 movies. Daniel Radcliffe made his debut at 11 years old. And another fun fact I have here, the film production included constructing a full-scale replica of the Hogwarts Great Hall, which was used throughout the series. Pretty neat. To set the stage, the number 1 hit song on the Billboard Hot 100 in November 2001 was Family Affair by Mary J. Blige. The top movie was Harry Potter. Friends was the top TV show. In major U.S. events, the Marines landed in Afghanistan on November 25th, marking a significant escalation in the War on Terror. George Harrison, the great and powerful George Harrison from the Beatles, died on November 29th. And in notable births, we have Sadie Stanley, American actress known for her role in Kim Possible, was born on November 15th. I have no idea who that is. I just know that Gen Z is going to be roasting me alive on these notable births because I have no clue who any of these people are.
So, but The Sorcerer's Stone was the number 1 movie?
Yes.
Doesn't that mean that it beat The Lord of the Rings? Because weren't they competing at the same time?
They came out the same year. Let's see when The Lord of the Rings came.
Because I remember that being a part of the zeitgeist of the time was Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter was happening at the same time. And it was like, it was the 2 camps. Right? Like you had your Harry Potter fans and you had your Lord of the Rings fans. I just so happened to be a Harry Potter fan because I read the book. I didn't read all of the books. I read the first four.
I've never
Up to
read
the
Harry
Goblet
Potter
of
book.
Fire.
Yeah, I never read a book. I've just listened to them multiple times.
I got in trouble in school. I had to go to a alternate school, and the bus ride to it was like an hour and a half. So I just read Harry Potter books.
So the Sorcerer's Stone came out in November of 2001, and the Fellowship of the Ring came out in December of 2001.
Yeah, month apart. 16th for Harry Potter, and then 19th for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
December 19th.
So, Seth, you were saying that you're big in this movie because you had read the books. You want to dive into that?
It's
Tell us
just-
what this movie meant to you at the time.
I was nutty about it for that reason. I wasn't a nut about it, but I was excited about it. And I was in the Harry Potter camp, not because I wasn't interested in the Lord of the Rings. I was, but because I had read the books, I was eager for the movies. And I had only read the books because they were gifts from our grandmother.
Rock on.
Nice.
Now, John, when I came to visit you, you had all of the candles hanging from your living room, like in the Great Hall. And right now you're wearing a T-shirt. You've got the goblet. You are a legit Harry Potter fan.
I guess I'm what you would call a Potterhead. I think that's what they call them.
A Potterhead.
A Potterhead. I like that.
Potterhead. Yeah.
To me, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Mark.
No, man. Tell us what Harry Potter means to you.
No, so Seth said he got into it because your grandmother had the books. Me, not so much. So back in the day when I was a police officer, it was like 2012. I was driving to Norfolk, Virginia, and I didn't have Spotify, I didn't have Pandora, and it was a 6-hour ride, so I could only listen to so much music before I started getting really bored. So eventually I started listening to little comedy sketches because they were short stories. And then one day my brother took my, and this is before you could even get an audiobook, in 2010, at least that I knew of. So I had oh Jesus, what was the little thing that you say have music on it? Not iPhone. iPod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my brother put a
Still
bunch
awesome
of books
to this day.
Yeah, I had the one that could play little movies, you get a little rectangle of a movie, and it was color. But my brother uploaded a whole bunch of audiobooks on the iPod, and he happened to upload Harry Potter. And from Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone, I just fell in love with it, and still haven't read a book. Just I've listened to them all.
Rock and roll, man. I have not read the books. I'm an avid reader. I've not read a single book, but you know what? I should probably read this one, and for the book of the week, just do the book that goes with the movie. You know what I mean?
The movies follow the books closely, in my opinion, and but the books are better. It's one of those. The books are better.
Every time.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, Mark, you will be addicted. You'll listen to the first one, and it'll just streamline. You'll just be wow. You just want to keep on listening to know what happens. And with the books, they have this one guy, I think his name was Jim Dale, and he just mimics everybody's voices as he's reading. So it's kind of when you see the movies, you know who to who's supposed to be who, but it's you listen to his voice in the audiobook, you can just visualize everything. And now you take the movie, you know who you're looking at in the movie, and then it puts it together with the book with him reading. It was great. I just remember smoking cigars, walking on the beach, after a rough day on the beach, just listening to my Harry Potter book.
And how old were you when you were listening to these books?
27.
Yeah.
As an old man.
So I have a completely different experience with this movie. I read in middle school. I read The Hobbit. The Hobbit was fucking awesome, and so I was I got to read The Lord of the Rings. So I read all 3 of the Lord of the Rings books, and I even read the Silmarillion. So I was big into The Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter wasn't even on my radar. I didn't even know that this was a thing until there was already a couple of these movies out. And I remember Seth being Harry Potter's so great. I'm what are you talking about? And watch the books. To me, they're just Christmas movies. Yeah.
They are good holiday movies, but yeah.
Dude, I have this friend, shout out to Forrest, who is also a Potterhead. And I only just realized this today. He was texting me. I was texting him, telling him, "Man, I'm watching this movie, and it's a slog." And he's like, "Man, that's my shit." He likes those movies, so I'm interested to talk to him. Forrest is cool. He's the like if you ever met Forrest in person before listening to it talk, even when you first hear him talk, you're like, this fucking redneck. But the dude's fucking one of the smartest fucking dudes in the goofiest fucking packages. Like it's a perfect example of don't trust the book by its cover, because Forrest is one of the smartest motherfuckers I know. And
that ties right into this.
His personality is as large as his physical body, for sure.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah,
he's the guy. When I showed you that picture of the of me holding that big fish,
yeah.
You're like, is that your old man? And I was like, nah, that's my big brother.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's Forrest. All right, well, let's get into it. So the storyline goes, this is the tale of Harry Potter, an ordinary 11-year-old boy serving as sort of a slave to his aunt and uncle, who learns that he is actually a wizard and has been invited to attend Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry. Harry is snatched away from his mundane existence by Rubus Hagrid, the groundskeeper of Hogwarts, and quickly thrown into a world completely foreign to both him and the viewer. Famous for an incident that happened at his birth, Harry makes friends easily at his new school. He soon finds, however, that the wizarding world is far more dangerous for him than he would have imagined, and he quickly learns that not all wizards are ones to be trusted. That's a pretty good synopsis. It's users that put these together on IMDb, and sometimes they're garbage.
I love that synopsis was, 6 sentences?
That's a summary.
That was half the movie.
Yeah.
Or it seemed like it was half the movie. There's a lot of scenes.
That's my biggest complaint about this movie is the entire first half is world building. And it's a cool world, and it needs the world building. I get it.
Yeah, you got to build all that world.
Yeah, but you don't really get the plot.
If you go to Orlando and you check out that world, you'll be like, damn, this is amazing. Like, we went to, what was it? Last October, we went to go visit one of my buddies. He's an Orlando sheriff now. But, dude, we went
what
to...
the fuck is an Orlando sheriff? Oh, he's a sheriff in Orlando. I thought you were like...
Orange County Sheriff Department. Sorry, yeah. My bad.
I thought you were saying...
for the theme park?
Yeah, I thought he was like a marshal for the theme park.
No. He does part-time at Disney, though.
The theme park?
Yeah, he does part-time. They have Orange County sheriffs that do, like, security there. But, dude, we went there, and it was like stepping right into the movie, like going in there. I was like, this was amazing. It was like really cool.
How cool was his candles hanging from? Like, if you had never, you never really knew the movie much anyway, or the world or anything. Mm-hmm. But like, I mean, going into it, what was it like seeing all that? Like, it had to have been amazing seeing all those fucking candles on his ceiling.
You mean Johnny's ceiling?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking killer. It was really cool. It had to have been tedious work. You guys up there on stools and ladders hanging all them fucking candles. And then I can only imagine when the batteries die on those fucking things.
Dude, they die because I think the batteries are constantly on because there's a wireless remote that's a wand that you can like press a button and it shoots a light and turns them on, and they died pretty quickly. So now they're just there and it's kind of cool. So I got to get like batteries for them.
Well, it is super cool. All right, so the way that we do this on the show is we just read through the synopsis paragraph by paragraph. After each paragraph, we just kind of stop and talk about where we are in the movie. So starting at the top, Lord Voldemort, an evil and powerful dark wizard, has just been defeated. When he tries to kill a 1-year-old boy, Harry Potter, the killing curse rebounded upon him, destroying his body. Harry is left an orphan with a lightning bolt scar on his forehead, Voldemort having killed his parents, Lily and James Potter. Professors Dumbledore and McGonagall and gamekeeper Hagrid leave him on the doorstep of his ultra-conventional, insensitive, negligent Muggle relatives, the Dursley family.
Do you know what a Muggle? Do you know what?
Oh, of course, I know what a fucking Muggle is.
All right,
so he watched the movie once.
I guess in this instance, I'm the Muggle and you guys are the.
It's just a non-magical person, a Muggle.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm a dragon, not a fucking wizard. Leaves him with the negligent Muggle relatives, the Dursley family, who take him in. Harry's relatives decide to conceal his magical heritage from him and make him live in a cupboard under the stairs for 10 years. So yeah, I mean, movie opens up. You know, they're on the streets of London. You don't even get to see Maggie Smith, who it's weird to see Maggie Smith in this because I know her from that show that my wife watches.
I don't know the show your wife watches.
Downton Abbey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm so used to seeing her in that it's kind of actually weird after all these years to see her again in this. I didn't even really catch on seeing Downton Abbey that was the woman from Harry Potter.
Are we talking about McGonagall?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see there's that scene where she goes from a cat into a human, and I thought it was cheap of them to cut away and just show the shadow, you know. But there's so much other CGI in this movie that I get it. You know, I'm sure it's a very expensive movie to make. Shortly before Harry's 11th birthday, he receives a letter. His outraged uncle, however, reads it and burns it. The sender does not give up, and the Dursleys receive successively larger numbers of the same correspondence. Soon as Uncle Vernon, with Harry in tow, hides in a hut on a small island to escape. That night, which happens to be before Harry's birthday, he's visited by Hagrid, who bursts through the locked door of the hut. With Hagrid holding the Dursleys at bay, Harry finally reads the letter in which he learns he has been invited to study magic at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. The next day, Harry and Hagrid head to Diagon Alley in London, the secret magical location hidden behind the famous wizarding pub, the Leaky Cauldron. Harry enters the wizarding world for the first time, learns to his surprise that he is famous, and meets the new Hogwarts Defense Against the Arts teacher, Professor Quirrell. He takes the train to Hogwarts from platform 9 3/4 before befriending Ron Weasley and meeting Hermione Granger, a Muggle-born witch. So we get our first scene of the wizarding world here, where they go to the bank. The bank's super cool. It's the most safest place besides Hogwarts itself. Goblins. It's goblins, right? That run the bank.
Mm-hmm.
They're all super cool, but it kind of skipped over that scene where he gets his wand, and the dude goes, "I wonder," you know. After a couple of wands don't work real well, he's like, "I wonder," and he gives him another wand, and it works perfect. And he's like, "That's interesting because the phoenix feather used to make that wand is the same." That phoenix only dropped 2 feathers, and the other feather was used to make the wand that gave you that scar. You know, the scar is very famous. It's a very fake-looking scar, but it's a very famous scar.
A wand chooses the wizard, Mark.
I see, yeah. Well, so that means that Harry and Voldemort, he who shall not be spoken...
Named. He who shall not be named.
He who doesn't have a name.
Just keep getting it wrong every time. Differently every time.
He shall not.
This phoenix only dropped 2 feathers, and they made 2 wands, and so they have the brother and sister wands. So it's like their fates are intertwined forever.
Yeah, it's like a yin yang thing, right?
Yin yang, I like that.
Right? Can't have one without the other.
Yeah,
or something like that. I like the way the everything story was built. Like you mentioned, you didn't like how they cut away to the shadow whenever she transitioned to the cat. I venture to say that the cutaway, that particular scene where she changes to the cat and it cuts away to her shadow instead, and the scene where they're hiding and Hagrid bursts in, I think that they're trying to have like a playfully scary theme in the beginning of this movie, right? Like horror film, but like for teens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hagrid's a great name, by the way, because I feel like it's a play on Haggard, and Hagrid is a very haggard sort of a man, you know?
Yeah.
And the names, I mean, J.K. Rowling, I think, did a fantastic job. Really, you got to read the books. So the Leaky Cauldron, that's a great name for a Harry Potter themed pub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So she
like when he walks in the pub, they're like, "So they're the same, right?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm actually here on business." It was pretty good.
She wrote the books in Scotland and Edinburgh. I did a Harry Potter tour, and I saw where she got a lot of the names from like some of these gravestones, where she got the ideas for like, the alley and all the banks and all these stores just from walking through through like Scotland and in Edinburgh. It was really cool to actually see. You see the name like McGonagall. You see all like a lot of the names she got and everything, and what inspired her. It was really cool. Like I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah. When did you go to Scotland?
Oh, sorry. I went to Scotland 2020, something like that. And when I went, I was meeting friends in England, but I was like, I'm going to go to Scotland. So I did 3 days in Scotland. So I did like a Harry Potter tour. I did a whiskey tour. I did like a castle tour. And then like I went over to England. It was a lot of fun, man. Like Scotland.
Bro, how'd you get back with COVID happening?
Oh yeah.
It was right before COVID, actually. It was right. It was before COVID, thankfully. It had to be like 2020. Or like it was right before COVID because then everything shut
down until like March of 2020.
Yeah.
That's when I got furloughed from Kirby. I was pissed. But they took care of me, man. They paid for my health insurance and everything for that entire year. I didn't get a salary, but they paid for my health insurance.
That's actually good.
That was mighty cool of them. So then they're also on the train. We have the train scene. We get a little exposition. The three main characters all meet each other. There's the snack cart scene. Harry's got all this money, and Ron Weasley's, poor folk. I guess if I identify with anybody, it's Ron Weasley because your boy poor folk.
I like the poor kid, rich kid friendship that they established.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, but Ron also brought Harry into his family. Ron and the Weasleys, opened their home up to Harry and gave him like.
Yeah, Harry's got money, but Ron has a tight family, and Harry does not have that.
Right.
So where Harry shares his coin, Ron shares the love of his family.
Do you think
it's a good dynamic?
Yeah. Do you think J.K. Rowling did that on purpose? Like, do you think she's
100%.
She's putting a mirror in front of society? Like, rich families maybe don't stick together like poor families do?
Well,
I just wonder.
I mean, I don't think the aunt and uncle are rich. They're just, middle class. They're just shitty people.
Yeah, it's a good point. The riches came from the dead parents.
Yeah.
They had money stored away.
And it's probably only a lot of money because it's been collecting interest this entire time.
I wonder if they have interest in the Harry Potter world. That's interesting. Do they have interest?
Oh, they got to. They got to. Come on. Why would you put your money in the bank if it's not collecting interest?
Protect
I'm
it.
trying to remember the name of the bank.
Gringotts.
Gringotts. You're good.
I mean, he's got the T-shirt. He's a fan.
If I have a question about Harry Potter.
Yeah, just like Uncle Dursley sold drills and power tools, I believe. That's what he did.
That's not in the movie. That comes out of the book. All right, so moving on. Upon arrival, the Sorting Hat places Harry, Ron, and Hermione in Gryffindor house. Draco Malfoy, an arrogant and elitist student, gets placed in Slytherin. At the end of their first week at Hogwarts, Harry and Ron discover that Gringotts, the Wizarding Bank, was broken into, and a vault that Harry and Hagrid visited had been the subject of the robbery. Harry later discovers that he has a talent for riding broomsticks and is recruited to join Gryffindor's Quidditch team as a seeker, much to Malfoy's displeasure. So yeah, we got that in the pub. We met Professor Quirrell. Quirrell or Coral?
Coral, like the word, like you're having a coral.
Quirrell, the first way you said it, Mark. Quirrell.
Oh, I stand correct. If he said it,
it's gospel. Yeah. And I like that that you meet the villain that early in the movie, but dude, you don't see this guy again until almost halfway through the movie when you get to the troll scene. But he was there, so clearly he was involved. What you don't see is Professor Snape, Alan Rickman. Who is he in Die Hard? Hans Gruber.
I thought you were so good. Guardians. I remember him from Guardians of the Galaxy all the time. I mean,
Hitchhiker.
Never give up. Never surrender.
But no, it's cool that they set him up that early, but then you don't get to see him again. When you go back and you think about it, of course it was him that fucking broke into the bank. He was there.
Did you catch it too? I think they said that he was in Transylvania hunting vampires, and if you read the books, they were saying like when Voldemort disappeared or whatever, they were saying he was like banished somewhere in Transylvania.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's a little exposition that explains how he got paired up with Voldemort in the first place. I like that.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, the sorting hat thing is cool. I'm gonna have to take that test you were talking about to see what house I'm in.
Hufflepuff for life.
Is that the Hufflepuff T-shirt?
Yeah, bro. We have the badger.
So Hufflepuff is like intelligent and help me out here, Master Harry Potter.
It's supposed to be like loyal, jovial.
Right.
Here we go.
Lay it on us.
Okay,
So-
I'm on the Discover Your Hogwarts House on Wizarding World website.
Yeah, and the core traits of a Hufflepuff: they're loyal, deeply devoted to friends and causes, often standing by others even when it's not easy. Mark can attest to that. Hardworking, willing to put in consistent effort without needing recognition or praise. Fair-minded, believes in justice, equity, and giving everyone a fair chance. Patient, sometimes for me, I guess, but calm and enduring, even in difficult or slow-moving situations. Kind, naturally caring and considerate of others' feelings and well-being. Humble, doesn't seek the spotlight and is content to do good work behind the scenes. So
were you doing what Harry Potter did in the movie? You were like, please not Slytherin, please not Slytherin, please not Slytherin.
Dude, I thought I was a Gryffindor, being like a cop and all that, but when I did the official test, apparently I'm a Hufflepuff, along with the whites.
Well, I mean, from the description you just read out, it makes sense that a cop would, like, you know, be for justice and all of those things.
Okay, so I signed up, and I'm going to take the test right now with you guys. So the first question: river or forest?
Oh, she's going to take it.
Wait, Mark, are you doing the official one, like from the Potterhead site?
Yeah, HarryPotter.com.
There you go.
Actually, forest over river. Which of the following would you most like to study?
We're doing this, buddy. I'm gonna give myself some more time.
Guys, I gotta pick my nose.
Okay, go ahead. Which of the following would you most like to study? Merpeople, centaurs, werewolves, vampires, goblins, trolls, or ghosts? I'm gonna go with trolls. 4 goblets are placed before you. Which would you choose to drink? The smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives off a delicious smell of chocolate and plums. The mysterious black liquid that gleams with ink and gives off fumes that make you see strange visions. I mean, I like the idea of strange visions.
Of course you do.
The foamy, frothy, silvery liquid that sparkles as though containing ground diamonds. That sounds like something my wife would drink. The golden liquid so bright that it hurts the eye and which makes sunspots dance all around the room. Now, I already got sensitive eyes. So I like the mysterious black liquid because I like a good Guinness. So I like the idea of the black one.
Yeah, you like stouts.
And then the smooth, thick, richly purple drink that gives off a delicious smell of chocolate and plums. Both of these sound delicious, but the Guinness gives you strange visions, so I'm going to go with that. A muggle confronts you and says that they are sure you are a witch or wizard. Do you ask what makes them think so? Tell them that you are worried about their mental health and offer to call a doctor. Agree and ask whether they'd like a free sample or a jinx. Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. I'm going to agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder if I'm bluffing.
I want to start guessing what answer you're going to choose.
Okay.
I think I can.
Well, after Mark, we got to do Seth. See what Seth is at.
Please.
Which of the following would you most hate people to call you? Ignorant, selfish, ordinary, cowardly. I hate them all.
Yeah.
I don't mind being called a coward. Fuck you. You don't know me. Ordinary doesn't bother me. I'm certainly...
I'm going to go with the ignorant.
I'm certainly just a straight white male, so I'm pretty
I
ordinary.
think you're going to choose ignorant.
Selfish, yeah. Call me ignorant, and I'm going to spill some knowledge. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, a troll has gone berserk in the headmaster's study at Hogwarts. It is about to smash, crush, and tear several irreplaceable items and treasures. In which order would you rescue these objects from the troll's club if you could? A nearly perfected cure for dragonpox, student records going back 1,000 years, or a mysterious handwritten book full of strange runes? Okay, first, the student records. We got to protect our history.
Are these the same questions you got? Are they different questions for everybody?
I don't really remember. It's been a very long.
That would be horrible if I got the same questions because I'm like studying.
Then I think I'm going to go with the runes and then the cure for dragonpox. We can always cure dragonpox again. As long as we have our history books. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Cats, toads, or owls? I'm going with the owl. The owl's cool as shit. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Barn owl, tawny owl, snowy owl, screech owl, or brown owl? I'm going to go with the barn owl. White or black?
Trick question.
I wear a lot of black. I'm going to go with black. The sorting hat, I mean, I just get white dirty. I'm a hard-working dude. White is immediately brown.
Thank you for explaining that answer.
Yeah. The sorting hat is ready to make its decision. Ravenclaw, wit, learning, and wisdom. You probably know that some of Ravenclaw's most renowned members include Gilderoy Lockhart and Luna Lovegood. But did you know Ravenclaw's Grey Lady is the least talkative Hogwarts house ghost, or that Ravenclaw's common room boasts the most stunning views of the castle grounds? The sorting hat has spoken, and you are not alone. Very cool. All right, Seth, you're going to have to pull it up on that computer. You got to sign up for an account and everything. It's dramatic. We'll chat while you...
you better.
While you figure that out. So yeah, I'm in the same house as Luna Lovegood, Gilderoy Lockhart, and Phileas Fitwick.
Yeah. So, Mark, just like I read you the traits of a Hufflepuff, core traits, this is what the old Chat GPT came up with for Ravenclaw. Intelligent, values knowledge, academic excellence, and quick thinking. Witty, sharp-minded and clever, often enjoying wordplay and humor. Creative, thinks outside the box, embraces imagination and original ideas. Curious, deeply inquisitive and driven to explore how and why things work. Individualistic, thus your little coyote guy. Proudly unique, celebrates differences and personal expression. Wise, seeks understanding, reflection, and deep meaning beyond the surface. Bro, I think you hit all of these.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I think I can proudly claim Ravenclaw. We'll let Seth get signed in and get set up to do that, and we'll move on. Okay, this is subject to the robbery. Later, Harry discovers he has a talent for riding broomsticks and is recruited to join Gryffindor's Quidditch team as a seeker, much to Malfoy's displeasure. Man, that poor kid that plays Malfoy, what's his name?
What about him?
He gets shit on me. Everyone hates him.
Done to you.
Tom Felton.
Tom Felton. Yeah. He gets shit on by ordinary people for no reason. He's just an actor. And he's been I've been noticing he's been trying to like change that tune. And apparently he's a pretty good dude. I don't know. I can't think of any examples of what I've seen him trying to calm everybody the fuck down. But he's definitely out there trying to let everybody know, hey, I'm not really a bad guy in the wizarding world.
Well, dude, it's kind of like you do that one role and you get stuck in it for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah.
That's why Robert Downey Jr. got the hell out of the Marvel universe. And then right back in.
But
dude, money talks. Bullshit walks.
Yeah. And he said that it would take a great script and a lot of money to bring me back.
Yeah, I mean, all of these younger actors really did get kind of typecast and screwed by this. I'm sure they're rolling in the dough because of it, assuming their parents didn't steal it all, which is a very common thing. But, I mean, what's the kid that plays Harry Potter?
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
He's in a band, bro.
He has made some steps towards getting his name attached to some other things. I like the movement to try to get him to play Wolverine.
Yes.
Really?
I think he needs to bulk up. Yeah, there's a legit movement to try to get him to play Wolverine. Emma Watson, she hilariously was in that End of the World movie with all the comedians.
That was a good one. Yeah.
This is the end.
This is the end.
That was hilarious.
That shit was funny. And it was great of her to participate in that joke because, I mean, I'm sure a lot of fucking really gross, weird, older people that have no business, being sexually attracted to young girls like that are, have been very creepy to her. So good on her to joke on it like that. Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley, I don't think he's done anything. I think he's actually just gone and started a family.
he was in one show about like I think he was like faking cancer or something. It was pretty decent, but like he dude, like some of these guys are just stuck forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think one of the like Emma Watson made it. She was in like Belle, and she's been other stuff. I think one of Ron Weasley's brothers.
She was Belle, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff. Ron Weasley's brother. I think he was in the. He was either in the new Star Wars. Yeah, he was in the new one.
Yeah.
He was like the redheaded guy or whatever. Yeah.
And a really good role. I like that. All right, Seth, take the test.
Okay, dawn or dusk? Choose one to continue.
It is a different test.
Thank God.
I know.
I would have been upset.
Yeah.
Just because I want it to be, new.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm going with dawn because I love my mornings. I'm normally alone, which I love. And it's not just dusk and dawn, you get sort of the same view of the sun, same colors in the sunset and stuff like that. But there's something about the ambience of the morning that I love. Anyway.
I don't know. We used to get fireflies.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I think I probably would have chose dusk. I like the fireflies.
Well, if the fireflies were more prevalent like they were when we were children, that may have swayed my vote a little bit.
Because especially in the Texas Hill Country, shortly after dawn, it's just swamp nut, especially in the summer. All of a sudden it's hot and humid.
It's valid.
And after dusk, it starts to cool down.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, it says you enter an enchanted garden. What would you be most curious to examine first? The fat red toadstools that appear to be talking to each other, the bubbling pool in the depths of which something luminous is swirling, the silver-leaf tree bearing golden apples, the statue of an old wizard with a strangely twinkling eye. All of them?
But first, you got to check them all out. But what are you going to look at first?
Man, guys, we fucked up. This might take me a little while. The silverleaf tree bearing golden apples. I think knowing me, I might try to go have a conversation with those shrooms.
That's where I'm at. I'm going to go check out those mushrooms.
If they're talking, I'm going straight to them and going, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that. Which of the following would you most hate people to call you? All right, so I had this one with you. Yeah, I might have a problem with ordinary. I wouldn't like ignorant, but some truth to it with a lot of subjects. I think, okay.
I feel like you're going to take the most issue with being called selfish.
I don't like being called selfish. It's just completely untrue.
It's untrue. You're not selfish at all. And it would offend you.
Yeah. Yeah, no need to overthink this one. It's selfish. If you could have any power, which would you choose? The power to read minds. Look at how many options there are. The power to read minds, the power to change the past, power of invisibility, the power to speak to animals, the power of superhuman strength, the power to change your appearance at will. Okay, so this one's actually easy, believe it or not, for me. It's between superhuman strength and speak to animals.
Yeah, I dig the idea of speaking to animals. The idea of being able to change the past sounds great in theory, but man, I'd go down a rabbit hole and just be like, well, this future sucks too. I just keep going back and doing it again.
Yeah, no kidding. And also, don't change the past. The past turns you into... If you like who you are, don't change the fucking past, right? Yeah. And, from the Hard Knock University, my past had some hard knocks, but they made me who I am, right? And I like who I am. So those hard knocks, you wouldn't change those.
Hard times for character.
That's it. I think I'm going with speak to animals. Because superhuman strength is like... you're like a one-trick pony.
Certainly, yeah. But I do like the idea of being able to talk to my dogs.
The entire animal community. It says animals.
Yeah, I already talk to my dogs. I want them to be able to talk back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking to animals. Which of the following do you find most difficult to deal with? Loneliness. In my younger days, loneliness was horrible for me. But now, going on 40,
yeah, now I'm into it.
I love being alone.
If everybody else could just fuck off.
That's it. That's what I mean when I like my mornings. Boredom. I don't know. I can sit in silence. Hunger, I can deal with. Being ignored is constant for me. Cold is a problem for me. Being ignored or cold. Let's go with cold. Fuck a bunch of cold. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Cat, toad, or owl? Mark, I'm going with you, buddy.
Yeah, the owls are cool, dude.
A cat or a toad? I'm not a cat person. Owls are awesome. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Barn owl, tawny owl, snowy owl, screech owl, brown owl. The brown owl, because it's showing me a picture of an owl, it looks overweight. Nobody wants a screeching owl. Snowy owls are gorgeous. You went with barn owl, didn't you? I like that. I think I'm going to go with snowy owl. Because it's beautiful. Isn't that what Harry went with?
Yeah, it's a white owl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some Native American connotations there.
Really?
Yeah. Keep going, I'll look it up.
Late at night, walking alone down the street, you hear a peculiar cry that you believe to have a magical source. Do you draw your wand and stand your ground? Do you withdraw into the shadows to await developments while mentally reviewing the most appropriate defensive and offensive spells should trouble occur? Or do you draw your wand and try to discover the source of the noise? Proceed with caution, keeping one hand on your concealed wand and an eye out for any disturbance. In real life, it's like a combination of all of these, but from actual experience in my life, I think probably withdraw into the shadows, await developments while mentally reviewing the most appropriate defensive and offensive spells should trouble occur. I also like just draw your wand and try to figure out where the hell that noise is coming from. But I like taking cover first, you know? I'm going to go with withdraw into the shadows, await developments, mentally reviewing appropriate defensive and offensive spells. We'll go with that one.
So in many Native American cultures, the snowy owl is revered as a messenger of wisdom and spiritual guidance, often associated with the afterlife and embodying the spirit of the dead. They're also considered to be powerful hunters and protectors, particularly in the Arctic regions where they're native. Another one of my favorite book series is Lonesome Dove.
Oh, yeah.
And in Dead Man's Walk, they see a snow owl. Gus has like the best eyesight of the whole ranger troop, and there's a scene where they're constantly on the plains. You can see tomorrow coming. It's so flat, and they're constantly looking, and they're trying to hunt. They're trying to get some food because they're starving. And they end up seeing the snow owl. And since they're often associated with, death, they take that as a bad sign and kind of end up being a bad sign.
This is off in the weeds, but it's going to be fun to look into that when we're doing Westerns.
I know. Yeah. We're talking about Johnny doing... So this season we're doing villains. So we're talking about for another season doing like heist movies. And then for another season doing Westerns. For another season doing like business movies like Wolf of Wall Street and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So we got a lot of content to dig up. Let's take a short break. Seth's, I don't know what the fuck Seth's doing.
Getting a beer.
Taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Left or right? Choose one to continue.
Left or right?
Is that a legit question for the test?
Apparently.
I'm right-handed. I like to be on the right side of things. We'll go with right.
Unless it's saying like, liberal or conservative.
Well, I hope they have a middle button. Yeah. The sorting hat, I'm one of those fucking guys. The sorting hat is ready to make its decision. Let us see. What do you think? Let's take a guess. Don't look at it. You looked at it.
I looked at it. What do you think, John?
Hufflepuff.
Wow.
Got it. He's a Hufflepuff.
Hey, read what it says. Says, you probably know that some of Hufflepuff's most renowned members include Nymphadora Tonks and Cedric Diggory. But did you know that Hufflepuff's house ghost, the Fat Friar, still resents the fact he was never made a cardinal? Or that Hufflepuff has produced the fewest dark wizards of any house at Hogwarts. The fewest dark wizards. Interesting.
Yeah.
We're good guys, man.
Dude, Hufflepuff is like the overflow for everyone else. So I'm proud.
It's weird that I for whatever reason, I don't remember what reason I chose Hufflepuff as my class in the video game, but I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, John, are you going to read the description?
Yeah. Hufflepuff again. Traits: loyal, kind, patient, fair, hardworking, and humble. Let me go back up. And then the core traits: loyal, deeply devoted to friends and causes, often standing by others, even when it's not easy. Hardworking, willing to put in consistent effort without needing recognition or praise. Fair-minded, believes in justice, equity, and giving everyone a fair chance. Patient, calm and enduring, even in difficult or slow-moving situations. Kind, naturally caring and considerate of others' feelings and well-being. Humble, doesn't seek the spotlight and is content to do good work behind the scenes.
Yeah, that checks out.
I mean, when you were reading it for you, I was like, I resonated with it, you know?
Mark's the only one that can vouch for both of us because he knows us.
Right. I don't feel comfortable like explaining. I feel like it's just right whenever somebody else is describing, you know, me. It feels kind of gross describing myself.
And Helga Hufflepuff, who famously said she would teach all students equally, regardless of background or ambition. So kind of be like, hey, I'm not going to try to judge you. I'll give you a fair shot.
So yeah, when you chose right or left, you're like, I'm kind of a middle of the road guy, and that kind of explains you. It really does.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then the motto for Ravenclaw is wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure. You're a witty guy.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. All right, moving on. Harry, Ron, Hermione explore Hogwarts late at night and accidentally stumble across the door to a corridor. The three-headed dog, christened Fluffy by Hagrid, guards a trap door. On Halloween, Quirrell informs everyone that a troll has entered the castle. Harry and Ron fight the troll to save Hermione, who is trapped in the girls' bathroom, and the three become best friends. At Harry's first Quidditch match, Harry's broom becomes possessed, nearly knocking him off. Hermione sees Professor Severus Snape, the sinister potions master and head of Slytherin House, staring at Harry and mouthing words, making her believe that Snape has caused the broom to misbehave with a dark curse. Hoping to save Harry, Hermione sets Snape's robes on fire, distracting him and others and allowing Harry to survive. I remember in watching this scene, Robbie Coltrane's like, what in the world's going on with Harry's broom? And it's like come on, guys. None of the adults can figure out what the fuck's going on. The kids immediately, notice Snape mouthing shit. And none of the adults are none the wiser. They're almost as inept. The actual adults, the experienced wizards, are almost as inept as those fairies in Maleficent.
Well, they're all enthralled in the game, you see.
Too enthralled.
Yeah.
But Quidditch is cool as shit, man. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it at all. You got one seeker, like the seeker has to get it doesn't matter. Like none of the other players can get the golden snitch. It's just the seeker, right?
Yes. Yes. And then the seeker has like bodyguards, you see.
Okay. Like linemen.
Weasley's the older Weasley was the position of guarding the seeker.
Yeah. They didn't do a very fucking good job of it.
Dude, I feel like in real life, that would be like hockey in the air. People would just be smashing into each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're called Bulger? What is, hold on.
Balderdash? I mean...
so you played the video game. How was the Quidditch?
I'm still playing it.
Dude, the game's so addictive.
Yeah, the game is awesome because it's this giant open world, and it is legit the Hogwarts school. Like, just like it is in the movie, it's the real fucking shebang in this 3D world. Real Hogsmeade and all that noise. Real fucking Enchanted Forest. It's amazing. Giant open world.
Yeah, bro.
That's great.
Cool.
But what was the question?
The Quidditch playing.
So there's you don't play Quidditch, but you can fly around on your broom.
You can go through the Quidditch
brooms and yeah.
Isn't there like a Quidditch video game though?
That's way back when this came out.
Isn't that a mobile game?
I think they made a Quidditch game.
I don't know. I have an addictive personality, so I don't play video games because I will ruin my life.
Yeah,
I
dude.
struggle with that.
Yeah. Mark, it was out for PS4. They had a Quidditch game too. Mark, did
Yeah,
you
I
ever
remember
play
it being a
Red
thing.
Dead Redemption 2? That game I got addicted to. I must have logged 80 hours in a week. Like legit, I was
You
waiting
and
out-
everybody in the world
Yeah.
got addicted to that game.
So I've never owned a PlayStation, but I have plenty of friends who have. And when I was younger and that game came out, I was familiar with it, and I played it a little bit over at a friend's house and was like, oh, yeah, I can't. I will never sleep. I will ruin my life. I won't make any money. Yeah. And it's those kinds of games. When I was in school, I got real into Diablo. I like
That was an addictive game, man.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah, the new one's amazing also.
I was big. This was Diablo 2 days. And of course, I had to go back and check out Diablo 1. But yeah, Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 were my shit. And then I had already swore off video games by the time, the World of Warcraft came out and, the more modern Diablos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my lane when it comes to video games for sure. At Christmas, Harry receives an invisibility cloak once belonging to his father, which renders its wearer invisible. Harry uses it to explore the restricted section in the library to research information on Nicholas Flamel, a name Hagrid let slip when confronted about his knowledge of Fluffy. Eventually, Harry learns that Nicholas Flamel is the only known maker of the Sorcerer's Stone, which produces the elixir of life, which will make the drinker immortal. Fucking Robbie Coltrane, every time he accidentally goes off talking shit and then goes, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Good stuff. Harry sees Snape trying to get information from Quirrell about getting past Fluffy. Quirrell says he does not know what he's talking about. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are sure that Snape is trying to steal the Philosopher's Stone in order to restore Lord Voldemort to power. While at Hagrid's hut, the trio discover a dragon egg Hagrid was nursing in a fire. Later, the egg hatches a Norwegian Ridgeback dragon, and Hagrid decides to call him Norbert. The friends are nervous for Hagrid since dragon breeding had long been outlawed in the wizarding world, and Hagrid had something of a reckless nature, who has long since nursed a strong desire for a dragon. Finally, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are able to convince Hagrid to let Norbert go live with other dragons of his kind in Romania. I don't remember that part. I remember the dragon egg, but then immediately they catch the other kid looking through the window, and they kind of break that all up. And then we end up in that forest scene. And I feel like there's some cut scenes that this is where clearly the book's better because you miss a lot. You're not explained.
You'd be right in assuming that, yes.
Yeah. So Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Draco are caught out late at night and are forced to serve detention with Hagrid in the Forbidden Forest. Harry sees a hooded figure drink the blood of an injured unicorn. Okay, so it's after they get
caught with Malfoy because he rats them out.
So detention is legit. Just go hang out in the forest.
So they do different kinds of detentions, different things. But this was theirs. They had to all help Hagrid in the Forbidden Forest.
Makes for good story, Mark.
I guess so. I remember this scene. Well, let's finish reading it. Harry, Hermione, and Ron.
You want to try that again?
Harry, Hermione, Ron, and Drake, I do, are caught out late at night and are forced to serve detention with Hagrid in the Forbidden Forest. Harry sees a hooded figure drink the blood of an injured unicorn, which makes Harry's forehead scar start burning. Firenze, a centaur, tells Harry that it is a monstrous thing to slay a unicorn, let alone drink its blood. He also tells Harry that unicorn blood will keep one alive, and that the hooded figure is in fact Voldemort. This scene had the shittiest CGI of the entire movie.
Wait, which scene now?
The whole centaur. And
yeah,
but Voldemort's flying it's a stage and he has ropes attached. Yeah,
even the troll scene in Lord of the Rings is way better than the troll scene in Harry Potter, but the troll scene is way better than this dumb looking centaur.
Like I said before we started filming, the Lord of the Rings troll better fucking be better. No. Fucking Lord of the Rings. But like I said before, I think that they were going for a whimsically scary movie. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Or a whimsically scary theme in some of the scenes,
Yeah. Harry, Hermione, and Ron find out that Hagrid has told a hooded stranger how to get past Fluffy, and they believe the theft of the stone is imminent. Rushing to finally confide in Professor Dumbledore their news, they meet Professor McGonagall, who is shocked to find out how much they knew about the stone, but reassures them all the same that it is safe in the castle. It's missing a comma there. Grammar.
You're like Ron Burgundy. You read exactly what's on the...
100%.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
I love when he's like, we're filming right now? I don't believe it.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. She also tells him that Dumbledore has been sent away on an important mission by the Ministry of Magic. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Positive that Dumbledore's summons was a red herring to take Professor Dumbledore away from Hogwarts, the trio make plans to thwart Snape's theft of the stone. They set out to reach the stone first, navigating the security system set up by the school staff, which is a series of complex magical challenges. The three make it through together until finally Harry must enter the inner chamber alone. There he finds that Professor Quirrell, not Snape, is attempting to steal the stone. Realizing that Snape was trying to protect him from harm all along, Harry confronts Quirrell and survives a second encounter with Lord Voldemort, who has possessed Quirrell and appears as a ghastly face on the back of Quirrell's head. Quirrell crumbles when he touches Harry's skin, and Harry passes out because of his close proximity to Lord Voldemort. Voldemort then piteously abandons Quirrell, who dies in the aftermath of his possession. The chess scene was cool. All of these, these things that they got to go through to get to the stone, the trials that they go through. That's all pretty good stuff.
Good climax.
Yeah, I dug it. I was into it. But it's one of those things where there's just been so much exposition and so much world building that it's like, finally we're getting to the fucking plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, this is the problem with movies. It's the exposition is necessary for movies and so just much better in books,
Yeah, but I mean, you can have exposition and still move the plot along. But for this particular story, the way that it's told, you kind of have to take the route you do. I'm not faulting, what's her name, the writer?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I'm not faulting her and saying she's a bad writer. I mean, millions of people love these books, even after, learning that she's a little bit of a bigot. But when it comes to the movie, it sure does drag along, especially right there in the middle. The world building part, it's cool. It's like, it's neat. It's interesting, but it starts to get like, can we get this plot moving along, And then finally here at the end, we start to do these trials and they just kind of burn through them real quick.
Is it as interesting for you as it is for me to hear his perspective of it all?
It's funny. But like I said, If Mark listened or read like a book, he'd be disappointed. He's like, oh my God, there's so much detail missing right now.
Yeah. I believe it.
I feel like if he had our experience, like if he had my experience and he read the books in middle school, if he had read both the Lord of the Rings saga and the Harry Potter saga, you'd get it.
I don't know.
Harry Potter's like an easier to comprehend than Lord of the Rings. That too.
Certainly, I'll agree with that. It was written for children, even though they're very big, thick books, and a lot more of them than Lord of the Rings. But the Lord of the Rings is certainly guilty of the same kind of stuff. It doesn't get a pass. There's a lot of, just like the Bible's, Abraham begot so-and-so, and so-and-so begot Ishmael, and Ishmael begot Leroy, and Leroy begot, it's the Lord of the Rings.
I don't remember Leroy.
Does the same thing, and especially the Silmarillion. The Silmarillion is written like a Bible. It's hard to read. It's really dry reading, and really the best of those books is The Hobbit. The Hobbit is the only one that the plot really moves along. The Lord of the Rings books really kind of drag out. In fact, the publisher, when J.R. Tolkien took the book to the publisher, they were like, dude, you have to revise it. This is too much. You got to revise it down. And he didn't. Instead, he just divided it up into 3 books.
So question, did you ringers, I don't know what y'all are called, did you Lord of the Ring fans lose your minds because of ringers? I don't know. Did y'all lose your minds because of how long it took for the Hobbit movie to come out? Because wasn't it like one of the
cartoon one came out first? There was the cartoon one that came out first.
But where in the timeline of the movies?
Okay, so no, that doesn't matter. In fact, it was very cool to have the Lord of the Rings before the Hobbit, because technically, like the end of the Lord of the Rings, they do a good job of setting it up where Bilbo Baggins is like, I'm going to write my story. And he starts writing the book, which is The Hobbit. You know, The Hobbit is Bilbo Baggins' account of what happened. The problem I had, especially with the first movie, is that there was no Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil was the coolest character in all of the movie. And it's true that you could skip him and he doesn't really drive the plot along, but he was so cool that it was like, how are you going to leave this guy out? He's the coolest character in the whole movie. And the new series, the spoiler alert for everybody that hadn't seen it yet, but the Rings of Power season 2 has Tom Bombadil in it. And of course, he's cool as shit.
Well, there you go.
Seth, you are right. They are called ringers or Tolkienites.
Tolkienites. I like that one better.
The big problem that I had with The Hobbit was they, in order to make it its own trilogy, which it's not, it's, you know, it's a much easier book to get through than The Lord of the Rings. They added all this extra stuff that just did not happen. Characters that just weren't in the book. There's so much more in the movies that it's like, you made all this shit up.
Yeah,
Let's put it in the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't do that with Harry Potter. They didn't add shit that was not in the book.
Yeah. Harry wakes up in the hospital wing. Dumbledore reveals to Harry that Harry's mother died to protect Harry as an infant. Her pure, loving sacrifice provides Harry with an ancient magical protection from Voldemort's lethal spells and also prevents Voldemort from touching Harry without suffering terribly. Dumbledore also says that the Sorcerer's Stone has been destroyed to prevent future attempts by Voldemort to steal it. Now, remind me, why does he want the stone?
It can bring him back to life.
Power. Yeah, he's trying to conquer death. He's on death's bed. He's almost dead.
So, dude, as you go through it, you'll realize in the later books, Voldemort split his soul. He was able to, like, figure out, like, some black magic or dark magic, and he was able to split his soul so he could never die. That's like when he died with Harry. He was, like, floating as a ghost in Transylvania where he found Quirrell. But, like, he, like, hid pieces of his soul throughout so he could pretty much never die and he'll always be around. That's why. So the Sorcerer's Stone was a way for him to reincarnate, you know, and come back to life as a physical being. So that's essentially like, you know, where all the books are is till he can come back as like a man, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
That was his project's goal, was get the stone, conquer death.
Yeah.
Finally, at the end of the year feast, the house points totals are given. Gryffindor is in last place. However, Dumbledore gives a few last-minute additions, granting points to Harry, Ron, and Hermione, so that Gryffindor wins the house cup. That's kind of cheating, Dumbledore. Douche.
He does have a lot of it's not like nepotism, favoritism towards Harry.
Yeah.
And Gryffindor.
Yeah.
So, as always, I kind of put together a business plan, so to speak, for each of the characters. In this one, I only did Harry and Voldemort. So with Harry, his leadership style is like the servant leadership approach. He leads by example and prioritizes the well-being of others. He puts himself at risk to protect his friends. His humility and willingness to listen make him approachable and trustworthy. His project management style is adaptive and collaborative. He doesn't have his formal training yet, but he relies on, his intuition, teamwork, and guidance from mentors like Hagrid. And he values input from others and is open to changing plans when necessary. So from a business plan point of view, his mission is empower young wizards to combat dark forces through education and unity. It's more Dumbledore's business plan, but Harry's got buy-in, So his approach is, leadership workshops, defensive magic training, and team building exercises. So Harry's leadership style and his project management style on a scale from 1 to 5. As far as leadership goes, like I said, servant leadership is good. I'm a fan. He's adaptive and collaborative. He's not omniscient. Which chapter is it from my book that
I think it's 3.
Chapter 3, we talk about the myth of omniscience, and Harry understands that he didn't know it all. He really leans on Hermione and all of everything that he's learning and absorbing. I'm going to give him a 4.5 out of a scale from 1 to 5 for leadership. Where are you guys at
For Harry.
for Harry?
I didn't do Harry, but on the spot, yeah, I do this every time, Mark. But I like your rating. I actually did Voldemort, but you called me out last recording for pretending like this is a surprise every time.
Yeah.
No, I like your rating for him. I mean, again, like you said, it's Dumbledore's.
Yeah.
It's Dumbledore's world. Harry's just living in it.
Right.
But
now I think in the next 7 movies, we can really start to get into Harry's leadership and project management. But for now, he's really just implementing Dumbledore's plan.
yes,
So I put him at a 5 for leadership, considering he's a 12-year-old kid, new to magic, never knew he existed, was thrown right to the wolves, and won. He was able to lead his team, to success to an extent. He got them through there, and then he was able to kind of figure out inadvertently how to defeat Voldemort just by dumb luck.
Yeah. So high praise. You give him a 5. I'm at 4.5. Seth's at 4.5. That's for leadership. For project management, again, he's really reactive. He doesn't know enough to really come up with a plan and be proactive. He's really just kind of playing the cards he's dealt, but he does a good job. I'm going to give him a
4 for reactive project management.
I mean, a lot of times when you're dealing with a reactive project manager, they don't do so good. Look at when we did Thanos.
Yeah.
Look at Iron Man, who was very reactive in Infinity War. I think I gave him like a 3 or something, or maybe even worse.
Yeah, you gave him a low score. It broke my heart. Yeah, 3, 4 for project management. Again, I didn't do Harry, but on the spot, I'm at 4, or I might give him a 3. I'm a little less.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, the only reason he won is because his mom put a spell on him.
yeah, that's the thing, is like he just had a lot of help. Everybody was just like, oh, Jesus. I mean, Harry.
Yeah. What do you got, John?
I guess kind of like a 3. Like I said, I did Voldemort too, and like my thing was off of Voldemort, now over of Harry. Like mine was like, why did Voldemort fail? Ultimately, but
I got thoughts on that.
Yeah. So, dude. I mean, like project management, I'd even be on the higher end. Harry was able to deduce everything. Probably even like, first time project manager, first time project. He won. Maybe it wasn't clean.
He really did well on the challenges, the traps.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm giving him high praise. I'm giving him a 4. At the end of the day, the only reason he's not at a 5 is because the only reason he won is because his mom put a spell on him.
Well, dude, it's dumb luck, right?
Yeah,
it's just like he didn't know, and then touches him, and that's.
All right, so with Voldemort, now completely different leadership style. He's autocratic and fear-based leadership. He demands absolute obedience.
He inspires
punishes
fear.
dissent. Yeah. He isolates himself, so there is no constructive feedback or anything, and that kind of stuff leads to a lack of trust, and you don't get much loyalty. He's got 1 follower in this movie, just the one, and you see how that plays out for him.
And he follows through fear.
Yeah, and he's at the end of the day, it's fear-based, much like what we saw with Dr. Evil. His project management style is rigid and secretive. He operates with this top-down approach. His plans are close to the chest. You don't need to know, which that kind of stuff, you get miscommunication and lack of collaboration, and so it's not a good project management style. For his business plan, I'm saying that his mission is to establish a new world order under pureblood supremacy. But as you guys pointed out, for this particular movie, the mission is really just to gain his lifeblood back through acquiring the Sorcerer's Stone. He's trying to recruit followers and put out some propaganda and execute these covert operations. For leadership, like I said, man, I'm not impressed. I don't dig the autocratic leadership style at all, but he does get buy-in from Quirrell, who does a pretty damn good job up until the very end. I'm going to give him a 2 for leadership.
Yeah, I'm at 2. That's what I gave him. I mean, he has a clear vision. We've already talked about it. He's inspiring, albeit through fear. And, you know, he's good at delegation in that he delegated. I mean, Quirrell did everything for him.
Yeah.
He did everything. He got the stone, tried to get the stone, infiltrated Hogwarts. I mean, he did everything for him. And then died.
Yeah.
And
that's the only reason I'm giving him a 2 is because he got buy-in from Quirrell.
Yeah, I mean, he I guess you could say he delegates well. He has a clear vision.
But did he get buy-in or did he force him through? You know what I mean?
Right.
Fear-based buy-in.
Yeah, and you don't like that. No, but I mean, I think we can all say that style of leadership is no bueno para nada. It's not the right way of leadership.
Yeah.
It's the way to fail.
100%. Where are you at, Johnny?
I give him like a 0.5. So Mark, this kind of like I kind of broke it a little differently. So
okay,
I kind of like broke it of like over reliance on a single subcontractor, right? Because I kind of so like Voldemort's move entrusts his entire operation to Professor Quirrell, who lacked the backbone to handle pressure. So if you're kind of related to a little bit like construction, relying on one weak link, whether a flaky sub or unqualified PM, can jeopardize your whole project. Remember what you said, like I was always using the same different guys? And it's like, John, you got to use other people and see what happens. And that's like kind of what I did. And it's like, you know, dude, I've met some really good subs now that I've like vasted to everything too. But anyway, takeaways, vet your team. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, you know? And then micromanagement, which you guys talked about. Instead of empowering Quirrell, he literally attached him to the back of the head. We all know a regional director who shall not be named that tried to micromanage me.
Yeah. You know, I didn't pick up on that, and you're 100% right, Johnny. It's micromanagement when you've got your boss literally over your shoulder. You know, it's 100%
turban, bro.
Yeah,
and it's real. It happens all the time. Happened to you, I guess, huh?
Oh boy.
You know what? You're 100% right. I'm going to dock him another point. I'm going to give him a 1.
Yeah.
For project management, again, you know, he's this is early in his overall master plan. He's in that recruitment stage and the propaganda stage and these covert operations stage, but I mean, he makes it all the way to the very end and almost succeeds, and then tries to kill Harry, but didn't realize that you know that touching Harry was going to fuck him up so bad. I'm going to give him a 2 for project management.
So my rating for project management was a little higher than leadership skills because, like you said, he got to the end,
and that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm going 1 for leadership and 2 for project management.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's only because he got to that very end, and if it wasn't for him fucking up and touching Harry, he probably would have won.
Yeah, which is why I'm inclined to give him, you know, like a 2 again.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm probably at a 2 as well, and I kind of had failed to conduct proper risk assessment. He assumed a school filled with children posed no threat.
Yeah,
he had no real contingency plan. Once his plan to get the stone failed, he had no backup, and he was stuck in limbo again.
Oof.
Yeah, great point. Risk assessment is terrible.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, and then. Dude, underestimated or unqualified his competition, dismissed Harry as a kid, and overlooked the power of teamwork, heart, and resourcefulness. You know, dude, like, what's that old saying? Hard work beats talent every single time.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we've got here, where we've got this team of 3 kids who are rookies, just barely cutting their teeth, and they just barely, by the seat of their pants, managed to beat this dude who is, you know, sorcerer supreme and very skilled at what he does. But just, he micromanages and rules through fear. and secretiveness and covert operations, and you know, they're night and day leadership styles, night and day project management styles, and you saw where it got everybody. Yeah, I got to tell you, man, when I look at these movies from, like, we did it with Thanos, I had some qualms with Infinity War, but after looking at Thanos from a project management point of view, I had a lot more respect for the guy. You know what I mean? Now, not so much with Voldemort, zero respect for that guy, but I have a little more respect for Harry Potter and the trio after having this discussion. You know what I'm saying?
If he had a nose, would you respect him more?
Nope.
Mm.
I mean, I like the ghoul in what's the on Amazon
Fallout.
video game.
Fallout.
Yeah. I like the ghoul in Fallout. He didn't have
Another
a
great
nose.
game, by the way.
Never played it. I've
It's
watched
great.
videos on it.
Don't.
Nah, dude, I'm too busy to get addicted to video games right now. If I make myself a self-made millionaire, maybe I'll play video games one day again. Too busy.
Yeah.
I can't get it. I have addictive personality. Can't get into it.
I'm right there with you. Yeah. All right. Anybody got any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
I would hate to be led by Voldemort.
Let's see.
He wouldn't be good at social media. You know, one follower.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He wouldn't do social media. He'd be one of those guys. You don't need that. You know?
Yeah, dude. I kind of had it as start small, lead well. Was it Voldemort couldn't manage a simple mission? How would he handle a complex empire? So I think I think that kind of goes both ways too, because he kind of had like his back against the wall with like trying to get his body back from Quirrell. But I think just like what you saw, how he was acting in this first movie, just is gonna, be the writing on the wall for the rest of it. Because like even if we go like jump on Mark maybe to the end of the movie, you start seeing all of his followers are starting to turn on him and like go behind his back. There's no loyalty, and they're just he's ruling by fear. And then, this is further on, but you only rule by fear for so long before people just start like going behind your back and compromising your whole entire organization.
Yeah. So, what is the next Harry Potter movie?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, that's
That's number 3.
No, it's the one with the basilisk. Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets. That's right.
Chamber of Secrets.
That's a good one, by the way.
Dude, they just get better.
They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do each one.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well,
so are we talking 20 episodes for this season?
I mean, maybe we don't do every Harry Potter movie this season, but, we got to get to them all.
Rock and roll.
Forced to spend his summer holidays with his Muggle relations, Harry Potter gets a real shock when he gets a surprise visitor, Dobby, the house elf, who warns Harry against returning to Hogwarts.
It's a good read.
Yeah. And, dude, it's kind of funny. I actually have it, I'm not sure when the last time you saw my offices, Mark, but, like, one side of it has, like, all, like, motivational quotes. Behind me has all my travel stuff, my old police badge. But, like, over to the right, next to my closet, I actually have a Albus Dumbledore quote that when me and the wife were antiquing, they had, like, one of these, like, little, like, Podunk, Pennsylvania, like, antique shops. They had a little Harry Potter section. And it literally, there was, like, a metal sign that says, from Albus Dumbledore, it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. Which I was like, this is awesome. Like, doesn't matter, like, what you're, like, born into, but it's, like, how you shift your life and, what you end up being.
I love it. Let's end on that. Johnny, thanks so much. How can the people find JPB Contract? Oh, by the way, right here in my background, every podcast is my JPB Contracting cup.
Cool, buddy.
Yeah, I did a unboxing episode that it didn't release on the podcast feed, but I posted on YouTube where I unboxed like all of the swag from the National Builder Show, and that was one of the, I showed everybody all the stuff I got from you.
Nice.
Yeah. So right there in the background of every episode is my JPB cup.
Yeah, you're not drinking from it, bro. What the hell?
I drink a lot, man. I need a bigger cup.
Oh, all right, fair enough. I guess the bigger one's gonna give them out.
Anyway, if somebody wanted to reach out to JPB Contracting in Philadelphia, how would they do that?
Sure, you can find me on my Well, you can find me on like what is it, Instagram or TikTok under COP, COP, the number 2 contractor, common spelling. Or if you want to go to Instagram for the company, it's just JPB, General Contracting. And JPB is John Peter Buonadonna. It's my government name, baby.
Rock and roll, man. Thanks for joining us. Looking
Thanks for
forward to
having
next
me. It's a
time.
lot of fun. Include me more often. This is a good
Yeah,
time.
man, and we don't have to do the second movie next. We can do a different movie next if you want to. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. Just let me know. I actually enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun. Yeah, these are a lot more fun than me just shouting into the ether and reading my book to everybody.
Yeah.
I think season 2 is going to get a lot of traction. I'm stoked. All right, brother.
Cool.
Let's end it there.